Tashi Dalai and hello to everyone. My name is Tenzin Chogyal. I am a Tibetan living in Canada for many years. Today I'm here to make a short video in response to media coverage regarding His Holiness interaction with a little boy on the stage probably 2 months ago. And this is very painful. Feels like somebody stepped in your heart. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same. Ever since I heard this news clip, my days not same. It disturbed. I wake up in the middle of the night. The foods are not taste same. It's just terrible. So I want everyone to know that. So to explain this event, people need to know a couple of things. There are a couple of layers to peel off. This media coverage could have been just business driven, profit driven, to promote viewership. They as usual, the news media, the news network love to cover controversial subjects. So this could be just one case, and another one is it could be politically motivated, and we have no shortage of political enemies. So that's very much likely. A lot of people think. The most important part here is people not knowing His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, who he is and what he is. Me as a Tibetan, as a follower of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, I'm 55 years old. All my life, I have been following His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. His guidance, his teaching, his leadership, his role model, everything. He means life to me and to millions of people around the world. That usually people value so many different things in life: the wealth, education, family, job, the health, a lot of things. For me, the most valuable thing, if I need to mention in my life, is to be born when His Holiness is still alive in this world and teaching and receiving his teaching, receiving his blessings, receiving his leadership, receiving his guidance. I cannot even compare how much this means to me. He made me a human being. Otherwise, I could have been just animal in a human form. He taught me how to be a responsible person, a rational person, intelligent person, moral person. So His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama lives in a world that is filled with love, compassion, kindness. And we live in a world that is filled with sex, lust, hatred, jealousy, controversies, etc. So as soon as we hear the word tongue and suck, I don't know, we just come up with all kinds of imagination. But this does not apply to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Because most likely, he does not even know tongue and the suck the English term that has a negative connotation. His Holiness never watches a movie. If you follow him, you can watch his old interviews, and the many interviews are available there. He said he never watches movies. He never uses a phone. So many of the things that we do in our life does not apply to him, because we look at the world through prism of our own life, and it's not the same. His Holiness is living in a different world. We live in a different world. The last, or the most likely that could happen during this whole event is misspoke by His Holiness. Everyone knows, even if you watch the whole video, when boy was asking him if he can hug him, he was having a hard time to understand. People had to explain to him what the boy is saying. So obviously his English, the understanding is not same as that most English speaking people have. And definitely he's not aware of these languages that carries a negative, the sexual connotation. And soon afterwards, he realized, I think as soon as he heard all this news, he heard that and he realized that he made a mistake and he apologized. And that's a very His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. You make a mistake in life and you apologize. The most important part here is there's no ill intention. There's no any sort of the negative things that people explain. The words I cannot even mention in this video that is attached to His Holiness. And another part is that we have a culture that is very different from the Western culture. Sticking out the tongue, the hugging, kissing the little boys or girls. I have almost a grown-up daughter, and I still hug. She sits on my lap, and I kiss her, not on the lips anymore, but until she's like maybe 14, 15, even 16. I kiss her on the lips, and I have no whatsoever, this sick mentality, the sick mind. And this event turned into, the controversy because of our sick mind, not because there's something done wrong. So I want people to understand that. And please, before you say anything like terrible things about His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, please do your research, see if there's any facts. So I just want to say I'm very disturbed and saddened by all these people saying bad things about His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. And I request, I appeal, please withdraw your comments and do your research and see what the facts are. And this is my simple and honest request. Tashi Dilek.